Coming at you full-fledged, it's your boy Regg, with another video for y'all on this snowy Thursday afternoon, man. I just got from being out there, man. I gotta go to work later, you know what I'm saying? But I probably can't because I'm snowed in, but I can't even get out the driveway, man. So, for all y'all that's outside working right now, man, stay safe, go to your job, go to the grocery store, and do what you gotta do, and get back home safely, man. Don't nobody want to get stuck out there. So just be as safe as possible when as you can when you are out there. You know what I'm saying? So man, let's just get right into this video real quick. So I got a question for y'all, my internet users, my ragers, so to say. So my question to y'all is, y'all see do y'all ever see those people that be on the internet, doing those get rich quick schemes, you know what I'm saying, that just either a scam or just know that's not finna follow through? Yeah, do y'all know those people do you know somebody who always tried to take the easy way out, instead of actually putting in the work to fulfill their goals, you know what I'm saying, to fulfill their dreams, to mark off these plans, you know what I'm saying? Do you know people like that? I'm sure we all do. I'm sure we all seen it. So today, this video will be centered around star shooting guard of the Brooklyn Nets, the beard, James Harden. So, we already know what James Harden is right now in the league. He's in the back end of his prime, but I'll say he's still in his prime, you know what I'm saying? He's a bubble superstar, so that means he's almost around. He's a star, but he still got to win that championship and a Finals MVP to cap off that superstar. We already know he has a league MVP, but it takes more than that to be a superstar, in my opinion. If you want to go back to my Giannis Antetokounmpo video, I'm gonna put that in the link below, where I explain to you what a superstar is. You gotta win 2 out of 3 awards. You gotta win league MVP, Finals MVP, or the championship. So that's what you got to do to be a superstar, and you got to lead your team. So he's not there just yet. He's a bubble superstar. He is a he a 4-time scoring champion out of that's a pretty big deal. 4-time scoring champion. Only Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain have more scoring titles than him. Wilt Chamberlain has 7. Michael Jordan has 10. James Harden is tied with 3 other people. He's tied with his fellow teammate right now on the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, who's going for his 5th this season. He probably won't get it because he's hurt right now. He's tied with Allen Iverson, and he's tied with George Gervin. So he's up there with one of the as one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Like I said, he's league MVP back in 2018. Some people say he should be a 2-time MVP after Russell Westbrook won his league MVP the year prior by averaging a triple-double, and his team was 4th best team in the West. So some people say he deserved that one, but I can see why they gave it to Russ due to the historical significance and the success of his team. So we already know James Harden is pretty accomplished, an accomplished player. He's a top 75 all-time player. Some people say he's top 50, but I think he's top 75 where he's supposed to be. So we already know he's accomplished. We already know he's one of the greatest ever. But if you put his career into a real focused magnifying glass, you gotta think. Well, think when I tell you this. Think when I say this. I want y'all to drop below what y'all think. I want y'all to drop below in the comments what y'all think when I say this. When you put his career in a magnifying glass, I don't think he's a top 10 shooting guard of all time. I don't. And I hope he never wins an NBA championship. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, man. Just keeping it a buck. And why is that, you ask? Why, you ask? It's because he's one of those very people I was explaining to you in the beginning of the video. He's exactly one of those people. And I'm gonna give y'all a little history lesson so the people who forgot or the people who didn't know, so I can give y'all some context. So I got my notes here. Y'all know I like to be on top of things, so I gotta get the names, dates, info right. So let's get into it. After being a sixth man for the Oklahoma City Thunder early in his career, you know, James Harden, he ended up signing as a free agent with the Houston Rockets, where he would end up, arguably, it's arguable, you gotta think about it, I have to think about this, and I have to look at the all-time Houston Rockets roster, where he became the second best player in Houston Rockets franchise history behind Hakeem Olajuwon, whereas there's a big disparity in between how good those two are. One of them, we have a top 10 player without a doubt, and we have a top 75 player in James Harden. So arguably he became one of the greatest Houston Rockets players in franchise history. Let's look it up, how long he played there. I think he played from 2012 to 2020. I think it was 8 years his run lasted in Houston. Hold on, let's scroll down a little bit. You know, I gotta bring my laptop, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have the info. So yeah, 2012 to 2013 season to the 2021 season. So yeah, 9 years his Houston Rockets run. And it was great. It was a great run. I told y'all. But his methods in becoming great on the franchise were not conventional at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we always talk about how the NBA is robotic. And a lot of people don't really, you know, have differences in their game. But James Harden, he changed from his days on OKC in his early days in Houston to what he is now, which can to a degree can be appreciated because he became a better player. But like I said, it wasn't conventional. So if you compare James Harden's game when he first got in Houston with Kevin McHale compared to his run with Mike D'Antoni as coach, there's a stark difference. So I actually liked James Harden's game when he had Kevin McHale as a coach. It was way more balanced. You know, a lot of people don't remember this. James Harden had a wet shot from the mid range. You know what I'm saying? He was way more balanced in his offense. He used all three levels. He used the paint. He used the mid range. He used the three. He was never known for his lockdown defense, but you know, I think he was a better all around player. But when you got offensive guru and Mike D'Antoni, y'all know who Mike D'Antoni is, man. You know, he's known for offense. He ain't known for defense. So when he got him as coach, he went all in on that analytic style. Him and Daryl Morey loved the general manager at the time for the Houston Rockets loved that analytical style. So their approach was, we're gonna take all either threes, we're gonna take all threes, or we're gonna get to the rack and get these twos or draw the foul, which is 3 ways to score. Those are 3 of the 5 ways to score, and you have the mid-range and the baseline. So, but yeah, they went all in on that analytical style, and that's what James Harden is really known for now. He's really known. This is what he won his 4. This is how he won his 4 scoring titles. This is how he won the 2018 MVP. uh, get into the rack. He's strong. He a big dude. James Harden kind of big, bro, and he's strong. He could be probably a running back if he wanted to be. But yeah, he gets to the rack. He drawing contact. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people think it's a way of cheating the game because he really looking for fouls. He's shooting to get a foul. He's not really shooting to get the shot, which it kind of lacks basketball integrity. That's what he does now. He loves drawing fouls and getting to the line. Shooting threes. He has the all-time record for most unassisted threes, which is crazy considering that we just saw Steph Curry pass Ray Allen in all-time three-pointers made. Most of Curry shots, three-point shots came off assists, but even Curry don't even got that record for unassisted threes. So we see a hero ball just dribbling, getting 18 dribbles before the shot clock get down to one, and just taking threes, or just going to the rack to try to draw some contact. You can see how that. Just me explaining it to y'all. I hope y'all can see how that can get a little annoying and people can get tired of that. But yeah, I told y'all this is how he became a great player. He's had several successful seasons with D'Antoni as his head coach in Houston during the regular season, dating back to all the way to, let's go to Houston Rockets actually. We go to the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets basketball reference, team index. Hold on. Just wait on me. I ain't trying to leave no dead air. I just want to get a little bit more info before we get into this. Yeah, the Houston Rockets, 1972. That's when they were founded. Back to all the way to now. So, he capped out. Okay, so 2012 to 2021. So James Harden's best season in 2018. He maxed out with 65 wins in the regular season. He had a 55 win season the year before that. He had a 500 season the year before that, 41 and 41. Year before that, he had even a better season. He had a 56 and 26 season. So as y'all see, the Rockets, they made deep playoff runs. They were looked at as championship contenders for a long time, and especially in 2018, a lot of people say that if Chris Paul never got injured, they might have won the championship against the super team Golden State Warriors with the Splash Bros and Kevin Durant. So he had a lot of regular season success, without a doubt. That can't be denied. But it's the postseason success that matters, playing this style. And we see that it don't work. James Harden has had all-time flameouts. All-time flameouts. Playing this style under D'Antoni, under how he's playing now. The 2015, I don't know, I think it was in the second round or maybe the conference finals. The 2017, one of them years, he had a series against the Spurs. That's an all-time flameout. Go back and watch that series against the Spurs with Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. James Harden had it. He had the win, but he choked. He choked it hard. He choked hard. Go look at them early Rockets versus Warriors series before KD got there. He really could have beat them, but a lot of aspect of his game that's really not looked into, that should be looked into also because of his usage rates due to the Mike D'Antoni system he's playing in, is turnovers. He's a turnover machine. We talk about Russ a lot with turnovers, but James Harden is now currently leading the league in turnovers with almost 5 turnovers a game. For the 7th time in his career. So we've seen success with this style, and we've seen all-time failures with this style. So you know, fast forward into 2020, the NBA bubble, the 2020 season before the NBA bubble happened. Russell Westbrook, his former teammate, gets traded by Oklahoma City Thunder after years of averaging a triple double. After years of averaging triple doubles, and he teams up with his buddy, his Cali buddy, his California friend that he's known as a child. And in 1 year, they're separated. So we already know what happened in 2020. COVID hit. You know, the initial outbreak hit. The season got suspended. Then it got resumed in the middle of 2020. Then we had the NBA bubble, the Black Lives Matter bubble championship tournament. You know what I'm saying? In Orlando at Disney. They got bounced out. Him and his best friend. He got what he wanted, like he usually did. Russell Westbrook got his best friend. They got bounced out in the second round against the eventual champions, the Los Angeles Lakers, the last resort Lakers, and he quit on the franchise after that. He quit on the franchise. But to give further context on who all James Harden has had as help since he has played, to negate the notion that he hasn't had any, he had Dwight Howard at the end of his prime in 2013. Dwight Howard was still in his prime. Yeah, Russell Westbrook coming off of multiple seasons of averaging a triple double. He had Serge Ibaka in OKC. He had Kevin Durant in OKC. Who else he have? He had Melo for a little minute, but Melo, he was falling off, but still he had Melo. Who else did he have in Houston? PJ Tucker, who's now an NBA champion with the Milwaukee Bucks last year. Who else he have? Clint Capella, who they traded for Russ. Clint Capella. He's had help. He's had help. But when the going got tough, it was him that messed up. So, like I said, after 2020 season, he gives up on his team. He quits on the team. He make this bullshit ass excuse that it was Daryl Morey supporting Trump or whatever being the reason that he left. That wasn't the reason you left Houston, bro. You left Houston because you're getting older. You're realizing that you cannot win a championship by yourself. The closest you got was 2018, and even if Chris Paul wasn't playing, which you could say a reason that you did lose him being hurt, one of them series, I think it was 2017 or 2018, one of them seasons, he had an all-time record for missed threes. I think this nigga was like 0 for 20 from 3. This nigga legs was gone. He couldn't even, he missed everything. Like, I think it was a team record for all-time missed threes and a single player record for missed all-time threes in a playoff game. So you flamed out, bruh. So you can't blame nobody but yourself. You got Chris Paul. You had Chris Paul. You got everything you wanted. Now you're using this bullshit ass excuse to get traded to some teams you know that's in championship contention, being the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. So fast forward into the early 2021 season, 2020-2021 season, we have a super team reunion. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider the Brooklyn Nets a super team when they just had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, Taurean Prince, and all them guys. That was a championship team right there. But when James Harden forced his way out of Brooklyn at the behest of Kevin Durant, who it would have never happened if it wasn't green lighted by him, that it became a super team. And championships expectations rose. Y'all gotta win now. Y'all got a superstar in Kevin Durant and two bubble superstars in Kyrie Irving and James Harden. That's a super team. Y'all gotta win the championship this season. And he has his former head coach, Mike D'Antoni, as the assistant coach, and the head coach being Steve Nash, top 15 all-time point guard of the Phoenix Suns. You know, the mid 2000s Phoenix Suns, those great, my favorite team, one of my favorite teams, the 2005 Phoenix Suns. You know, so they all offense based. They let their whole defense go. They let Jared Allen go, who's straight balling with the Cavs now. They let Karis LeVert go, who balling with the Pacers now. They let their defense go. They let their future go. For this all offense, they going all in on offense. So it's a super team of it's a super team reunion. It's a reunion between Harden and D'Antoni. It's a reunion between Harden and KD. It's a reunion between Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni and Amari Stoudemire, who on the coaching staff too, who played on the Suns back in the mid-2000s. It's a group of everybody who haven't won championships outside of KD and Kyrie. So, you know, you would think that he good right now. He got everything he wants again, right? Wrong. Now, the Brooklyn Nets are currently in the league. In the NBA standards right now, the Brooklyn Nets is 6th in the conference, the super team. We already know what's happening right now. Kevin Durant hurt with a leg injury. Kyrie part-time due to him refusing to get that potion, you know. So a lot of things, they ain't really, regular season-wise, they 6th in the conference. They 29 and 22. It's kind of underwhelming for a super team without having Kyrie part-time and KD injured. You're still a super team, regardless. Just having James Harden on the court, either a combination of the two on the court, part-time or not, you're still a super team. And they're currently on a 6-game losing streak. So, on my Instagram, I recently posted a press conference interview that James Harden recently had, and he's discussing how he is upset because his team isn't succeeding. He upset because the record don't show how good they is, because injuries happening, because of COVID protocols, and Kyrie being part-time due to him refusing to get that potion. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying he's a competitor. He really want to win. So I like to dissect what people say. James Harden said he was a competitor. First of all, if he was a competitor, you would have never bullshitted your way out of Houston to team up with two people who already won a championship to beat up on everybody in the NBA. Second, you upset because the players is hurt, bro. Like you have to perform also. You the person that bounced out of Houston to average 12 less points. His last season in Houston, he averaged 34 points. Now he's averaging 22 points, being the second guy on the super team. And again, like I said, you're leading the league in turnovers for the 7th time with almost 5 turnovers a game, bro. You shit in the bed. You sound like you want to be entitled to win. You sound like you have to have the whole deck stacked for you to win. Do you really want to win, James Harden? Or do you just want to win this cheap super team championship that you're not going to get credit for? If the Brooklyn Nets win this championship, I'm not giving them credit. They supposed to win. James Harden, you still not better than Reggie Miller. You still not better than Klay Thompson. You still not better than Ray Allen. If you win this championship, bro, just paying attention to how the Brooklyn Nets playing right now, and considering that Kyrie Irving is part-time, and it looks like he only gonna be playing away games unless they get a lower than 4th seed spot in the playoffs, which means they have to start on the road. Y'all might be out of the first round, bro. You might be out of the first round, bro. So it sounds like you entitled to win. It sounds like you need the ultimate deck stacked. This is the greatest offensive big three of all time. You got KD, Kyrie, James Harden. You're supposed to win, but you sound like the win. But how you made it sound was you made it sound like the win is owed to you. Like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving supposed to be playing right now so you can win. KD hurt. You can't blame Kyrie. Kyrie just now starting to play. They blackballed his ass earlier this season. You finna get a championship on their backs? No. Just because they ain't playing don't mean you don't gotta perform, bro. You still got Patty Mills. Nah, we ain't even mentioned Patty Mills. You still got LaMarcus Aldridge. You still got Nick Claxton. They about to get rid of Paul Millsap, but you still have players on this team, bro. You still got Joe Harris. You got a squad. Why are y'all on a 6-game losing streak right now? But yeah, man. Y'all know. I just had to give y'all a little insight to the topic that I was talking about, and I wanted to give y'all an example of it. Man, cheaters never win, bro. Don't be a James Harden, getting everything you want. Then when it don't work out on your own doing, you try to blame somebody. Then you go to another place with